Okay, so on today's episode of Whitehouse Farm, we're gonna go ahead and check the brake pads on this. They seem to be getting a little bit soft, so let's go ahead and get into it and see what's going on.
Hey, yeah, you almost forgot about me, didn't you?
No, Olaf, I saw you over there. The pigs were closer, so they got into it first.
Well, you know that's not how it's supposed to be. Goats come first.
No, Olaf. No, they don't. You got a burr stuck on you? You been in the burr patch again?
Huh, it hurt.
Well, I got it off you. All right? Get him, Major. Is that your goat? There's your big piggy. All right, let's get going here.
Hi, Dodie. Dad, I hate Dodie.
What I'm doing here, I'm using a screwdriver to press in the piston on the caliper. That way it's a lot easier to take this on and off. Oh, those brake pads actually look pretty good. outer tie rod though looks like it's starting to fall apart. I do have tie rods, so let's hey, why not? Heck, let's put in some new tie rods. So first thing we're gonna do is remove this. That way we can go ahead and loosen up that nut on the bottom. Okay, got that out. Alright, so what we could do, we can mark this and count the turns so when we put the new one on, it should be close. Let's do one full turn. There we go. So that's one full turn all the way around, and then we'll also count how many turns it takes to back this off. There's your castle nut. Now we're going to need the tie rod puller. Alright, so this is a tie rod puller. And this is basically going to go under here. Jeez, I'm a stubborn one. So let's go ahead and count our turns. Half, one, half, two, $23. So roughly about 23 turns. That's just to get it close. You're gonna have to take this, get an alignment done, so it doesn't need to be perfect. I mean, you don't even need to count it all. You can just take it off and put it back on. So, all right, so we got the new one here. This is from Napa. That's the part number. So, look at the two of them. That thing really drilled into there. Okay. We got a new cotter pin. Half, one, half, two, 22, half, 23. And that's right around where that's supposed to be there. So we're gonna put the new castle. There's jets flying overhead right now. So we'll put the new castle nut on there. Now we got jets everywhere. Huh. And for
Actually,
my 05 Nissan Sentra,
looks
you
like
want
it's
to
already
make sure
there.
that you're torqued down to 49 foot-pounds for those castle nuts for the outer tie rods. And now we're just going to go ahead and bend them. Alright, so that's a new one on, and now all we gotta do is just tighten this up. Remember, it was a full turn all the way around where the other one was. So we're off by a little bit there, but that's the new one on there. So that's all there is to it. Just gotta make sure that you bring it to the shop. So once the nut's on there, that's in, that's tightened. We'll go ahead and move on to the other side. But once again, you're gonna have to bring it to the shop to go ahead and get an alignment done. So that way your tires aren't gonna wear off or wear improperly. So, all right, well, I'm glad I took that off to look at the brakes. Brakes actually look pretty good, so I don't know, we'll take a look at the other side, see what those brakes look like. I mean, that's what I was originally supposed to be doing on this, but when you see something, fix it. That way you don't have to worry about it. Preventive medicine. All right, so we got that one on. Let's go ahead and we'll check the other side. And you know what they say, if you're replacing one side, might as well do the other side. So I'm gonna replace both of the outer tie rods on this vehicle. That way I don't have to worry about any problems with them. So let's get this down and get to the other side and pretty much do the same thing. Jeez. So this tie rod, it's definitely bad. And this one had the Zerk fitting on it. I kind of wish they still made these with the Zerk fittings. Seems like everything they sell now is all sealed, and they're junk because you can't top them off, and they could last longer by adding the grease. But this is how they make them now. Okay, so looks like my brakes are good. You know, I'll have to check my rear brakes. This has drum brakes on it, so we'll check that later. But the front actually look pretty good. So let's go ahead and get this off. There we go. Got the cotter pin out. Dandy little tie rod puller on here. Oh wow, look at that. I didn't even have to use it. So this one was really bad. That definitely needed to be replaced. That's dangerous. Wow. All right, so half, one, half, half 23, half 24. So that one was 24 to take off, but you see how that just came right out of there. This was really bad. So you're not supposed to be able to do that. So that's a good thing I was looking at the brakes. I wouldn't have noticed these. So all right, so let's go ahead and get the new one on. And this is the part number for the driver's side from Napa. 24 on this one. So half, one, half. Okay. All right. So now we got 2 new tie rods on both sides. Figure if you're doing one, might as well do the other. Peace of mind. So let's go ahead and get the tire back on here and tighten it up, and we should be all set. Other than we just gotta go get an alignment done. When you're also doing this, also check your ball joints, all that stuff. Make sure nothing else is looking funky, because you don't want to have to go and pay for another alignment. It's better to do it all at once and then pay for one alignment than pay for an alignment each time you got to replace something. So, all right, guys. All right, Mage. We all done? What are you, making a fort with your toys over here, or making a wall? All right. All right, so just a check of the brakes, and that turned changing out the tie rods. So it was a good thing, especially on the driver's side. That one, it popped right out. It shouldn't just pop right out like that. Normally you gotta use that tie rod tool to pry them out. I mean, as you can see on the other side, how long it took us to get that one out using a tool, and that one just came out by hand. So it's a good thing I was checking that, and we should be all set now. Like I said, just gotta get an alignment done, and we should be all set. So hope you guys enjoy, subscribe, ring that bell, and see you on the next one. Bye.
You can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to me.
All right, Olaf. We'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye, Obo.
Hi, guys.